Well. Beautiful people, best damn nation. It is Wednesday, and you know what time it is. It is the Best Damn Wrestling Podcast. I am your humble host, Brian Renegade, and with me, I have the best damn crew. First of all, this man hails from New York City. He is the Brownsville Bully, the green-eyed bandit. He fights people. Sometimes he fights people. He's your mama's favorite wrestler, and he can whoop yo daddy ass, the one and only Roosevelt, the fighter.
Yo, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Hey, today's going to be a show kind of like in the beginning. Let's go back to the beginning of things. You know what I'm saying? But before we do that, we got to introduce our humble Capitan, Mr. Head Honcho himself, Mr. Brian Renegade. What's happening, brother?
Oh, man, bless the highly favored, as the old folks will say. Thank you for the introduction, my friend. I appreciate that.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We got to put you on Front Street every once in a while. You know what I'm saying? How the baby doing?
Oh, he good, man. Hopefully he don't make no noises during the podcast. But if y'all hear him, he just say hello.
He's just giving his predictions on what we're talking about. You know what I'm saying? He getting a little input.
Yeah, just a little input. He's gonna be a wrestling fan too. I'm already slamming him on the ground already.
It has begun.
Talking about go to sleep. Yeah. It has begun. Yeah, man. Oh, listen. I'm excited because I know we've been doing a lot of interviews, but every once in a while, our fans are like, "Hey, can we talk wrestling?" So this is a great time and opportunity for us to do it, man. I'm excited at the direction that WrestleMania is going. So I want to go ahead and try to get into some of these hot topics, man, that's been plaguing the wrestling world. Beautiful people, this is my segment. I know you missed it because I did. It's Hot Topics. Oh, man. So one of the things that we have to mention, the Royal Rumble winner this year was the one and only Jey Uso, who pulled up, I would say, hold up. I would say pulled off one of the upsets of the century, man, with this Royal Rumble win. And although
wait, before we even go any further, what will be considered an upset?
I think that with the talent pool that was in the Royal Rumble, from CM Punk to John Cena to Roman Reigns, and the list goes on and on. I think that this was probably one of the more stacked Royal Rumbles, and I know a lot of people had pegged either John Cena or CM Punk to be able to win this. I personally am excited and happy that Jey Uso won, but a little part of me feels like that he was not the original plan, and I can kind of see it through the promos that he's been cutting lately, and everyone has been doubting Jey Uso if Jey Uso can win the big one. Although Jey right now has a momentum behind him, like a Kofi Mania, like a Yes Movement, like a Cody Crybabies, he has that movement behind him, and the Eat movement. And I know a lot of people are excited that Jey Uso has won the Royal Rumble and it's going to be in the main event. Now, some people don't like that, you know what I'm saying? And there's been some backlash online, saying that, hey, why is Jey Uso in the main event at Mania? But I think absolutely believe that Jey Uso has deserved what he has, man. He has literally been main event Jey Uso all last year, main eventing every major event, and the crowd response to Jey Uso is unprecedented. You know what I'm saying? It's everybody eating all over themselves. It's crazy. It's crazy. But I absolutely believe that Jey Uso has worked his ass off to get to where he is and to have this moment. And for some reason, WWE is doing written promos for Jey, almost having Jey doubt himself, but kind of amping himself up like, I can do this. Why y'all doubting me? You know what I'm saying? And I don't think they should be a doubt as far as Jey Uso's ability to deliver, although he has faced Gunther before, and that's who his opponent is going to be at WrestleMania. Although he has faced Gunther before, man, he put on a hell of a match with Gunther, and he could have pulled it off. Now, we will see if Jey Uso will be able to pull it off at Mania. Roosevelt, how do you feel about Jey Uso right now and the Heat movement?
Well, Uso is, like you said, has been putting in the work for a very, very long time. As a tag team wrestler and very recently in the past couple of years as a singles competitor, and has stepped out on his own. And the people need to let the man have his moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like with Kofi Kingston. Kofi Kingston was a singles competitor before he became into the New Day, and he never got a chance to really get up there to the top of the mountain until after there was like, you know what? He's been putting in the work. He's been doing a lot as a tag team competitor. Let's let him have a singles run. Let's see what he can do. And he went out there and he won the WWE Championship. Why not Jey Uso? You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of the fans need to say, why not Jey Uso? Instead of saying, why Jey Uso? Why not Jey Uso? What is it about him that makes fans to say, no, it shouldn't be him? Why not? Now, if he was going for the WWE Championship, then there could be questions because it's going to be like, okay, well, is he going to be able to walk on his own without his family getting involved, without it becoming another tribal chief Roman Reigns type of run? You know what I'm saying? With him going for the world title, he can stand by himself. He doesn't need anybody. And he's shown for a very long time that he doesn't need anybody. He doesn't need Jimmy to help him win. He doesn't need Roman to go out there and politic for him. He doesn't need Solo to go out there and beat people up. He's been doing it by himself for a very long time. And he's doing it towards the World Championship. Let him have his moment with the World Championship. Now, my question is WWE going to have this man win the title and run with the title? Or are they going to have him win the title and be a transitional champion for somebody else?
That is a very good question. Because we have seen where people have grabbed the belt and then kind of stumbled a little bit, not because of what how they've been performing, but as far as the storylines that's been written from. I know we criticized Cody a lot after he won the belt because he really didn't have any great storylines. He had some decent matches and some pretty good matches, but a lot of them aren't really memorable. Not to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to think back to like some of my favorite Cody matches this year. He has had some pretty good matches, but he hasn't had any storylines that make people like, oh man, this guy is Roman Reigns level.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? For some reason, there is a member of the bloodline always circling Cody. So, I don't know what it is. He can't pull himself away from the bloodline, and obviously that is still very much the hottest storyline that is going on because we'll talk about Big Uso in a minute, but I know that Jey Uso absolutely can carry the brand. Right now, he is carrying the brand. A lot of the sponsors love Jey Uso. He got the Slim Jim commercials going on. Snap it to a Slim Jim. So he got it, and at Netflix, I know that they are asking, hey, can you put this guy on TV a little bit more? I think that Jey Uso absolutely can carry the brand. Now, to your point, will creative give Jey Uso some really good storylines that doesn't involve the bloodline?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? How long can Jey Uso carry this belt especially on Monday Night Raw, where Monday Night Raw has some very, very good talent.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, all of those questions are up in the air, but I think the fans believe in Jey Uso. I think the fans believe in the Heat movement. And I think that Jey Uso was going to be able to get it done in Mania. Now, what happens after Mania, we'll see. But WWE will be crazy not to put the belt on Jey Uso, especially with all this momentum behind him. Although the argument can be said, and I know if LP was here, he would definitely talk against it because Gunther right now is the champion. But let's be 100% honest. Gunther as champion on Monday Night Raw, he is missing.
Yeah, very lackluster.
Yeah, very, very underwhelming. You know what I'm saying? Now in the ring when it really matters, yes, when Gunther gets on the mic and he berates his opponents, that's great. I appreciate it, but I don't think that WWE on Monday Night Raw has been treating Gunther like the main event player that he really is. For some reason, they've been sticking him in the middle of the show. He's not been really having any matches like that, defending his belt. His promos are they good, but they kind of like, why do I care?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So obviously they can do more with Gunther. I think that Gunther deserves to be at the top. I think he deserves to have the belt. But right now, Jey Uso is just so hot, man. It's kind of hard as for the company that you have a star that has all this merchandise movement, and now he's penetrated pop culture, and he's bringing in entertainers and rappers, and people are starting to yeet outside of the WWE in other brands. Even in the NBA, they had a thing where they were playing Jey Uso's music and they cut the lights off and had everybody take out their cell phones, and everybody in the basketball stadium was eating on themselves. You know what I'm saying? So Jey Uso has definitely popped that WWE bubble and kind of started to bleed into mainstream. And that's what they want. You know what I'm saying? They want a star that can be able to do that and be recognized outside of the WWE. And I think Jey Uso is that man. Now, is Gunther that guy? No, I don't think that Gunther is that guy. You know what I'm saying? But is Gunther a real champion? Absolutely. Absolutely. Is Gunther a threat? 100%. Gunther is a threat, but right now Jey Uso just got that momentum behind him, and it's kind of hard to ignore that, man.
Well, here's the thing, really quick. WWE screwed up this past Monday by putting a match on with Gunther and Akira Tozawa. Granted, Akira Tozawa.
I missed this Monday, so forgive me, fans. I don't know why.
He went out and said he chose an opponent to give him an opportunity to come out there and compete for the title. Comes out there, and Akira Tozawa is definitely a great talent, but for the last couple of years he's been the joke. He go out there and have fun, be silly. Gunther had a problem getting over Tozawa. Like, Tozawa was putting them beaters on him. Gunther walked out with some marks and some palm prints across his chest and sweat bullets and everything. Like, he had a problem with Akira Tozawa. Here where the problem comes in. If you could not just run through Akira Tozawa, how is it going to be believable that you could run through Jey Uso?
He already did it.
This is why. No, before you even go there, yes, they had their match, right?
Mm-hmm.
Gunther just had a problem getting through Akira Tozawa, who is smaller than Jey Uso, who has not been competing on the level that Jey Uso has been competing on. And you had a problem. Like, Akira came close to beating Gunther. Go back and look at it. Akira came real close to beating Gunther. Jey Uso's last 5 matches, him and Cody beat Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga. It's not an easy hill to get over.
Right.
He won the Royal Rumble. Not an easy hill to get over.
Absolutely.
He lost the world title match against Gunther. Again, not an easy hill to even be on. And before that, he beat Drew McIntyre. Not an easy hill to get over. Okay? And Gunther had a problem with Akira Tozawa.
Yeah, well, to Akira Tozawa's point, first of all, Akira Tozawa is a former cruiserweight champ. Yeah. And I think that, with all the comedic stuff that Akira Tozawa does, people forget that he really is a wrestler. He really can go. Now, I was surprised because why would you put Akira Tozawa with Gunther? And like I say, I didn't. I missed this Monday Night Raw. Where was this match placed?
In the middle of the show.
My point is proven.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? My point is proven.
He beat Akira. He put him in choke. Otis got in the ring, got on Gunther. Gunther put him in the choke, and then Jay Uso came and made the save, and Gunther ran. Gunther ran away before Jay could even get his hands on him.
That I'm sorry. That makes your champion look weak. And that is very hard to do when it comes to a Gunther. How do you make Gunther look weak? That is unbelievable that it's happening. But like I say, I don't think that they've had the greatest treatment of Gunther so far, just because, like I say, all the Gunther matches have been like in the middle of, or his introductions have been in the middle of the show. And they have not been at the end or at the beginning, which, like I say, it shows a lot of weakness in your champion, that you don't put your champion last. Your champion doesn't have to pull to be able. And Gunther absolutely could be that character. Like I said, I don't know what it is, and he has personality. He has, I don't know what it is. They need to give him something, a storyline, something.
And you know what they need to do? They really need to get to a point where they say, the world champion is the representative of the Raw brand, not the WWE. And I think that's where they're making a mistake at. They're saying they have the fans thinking that whoever holds the championship is a representative of the entire company. No, you're just a representative of the brand, which is Monday Night Raw, which is the show that you're on every week. Right. Cody, who can go from SmackDown to Raw anytime he wants, is a representative of WWE as a company. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, Gunther doesn't go to SmackDown. He has no reason to go to SmackDown. He doesn't get involved in anybody else's situations on SmackDown, NXT, TNA, anywhere. He is strictly Monday Night Raw, which is a flagship brand. So you already have enough on you to carry being the champion of Monday Night Raw. You don't even have to worry about WWE. You are WWE considerably when you're Monday Night Raw. It wouldn't be nothing else if it was not no Monday Night Raw. So you have enough to where you can say, you know what? You're here. We're going to make sure that you are treated like the champion of this entire brand. This is your WWE. This is all you need to worry about. And that's how they need to do it. And hopefully they will figure that out and we're hoping, if they put the belt on Jey Uso.
Best Damn Nation, I want you guys to chime in. Do you think that Jey Uso can beat Gunther for the heavyweight championship on Monday Night Raw during WrestleMania weekend? We will see, man. I think that Jey can. I think that Jey got the momentum. But like I say, man, the company got to believe in Jey. And they got to believe in him enough to, once he does win, or if he does win, to be able to give him some really good storylines and some really good competition to be able to solidify a championship run. It doesn't have to be long, but it has to be impactful.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I know we've had a lot of wrestlers in the past who haven't had long title runs, but their title runs were very impactful.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think Gunther broke the mold with the Intercontinental Championship being the longest reigning, and he could possibly be the longest reigning uh, WWE champion if they really poise him like, hey, put him in that position. I don't know what's going on with Imperium. Imperium just kind of like folded, and now uh, Giovanni Vinci is gone, and uh, Ludwig Kaiser is just on a warpath, just picking targets for some reason. But he's broken away from Gunther, and I think that's the thing that really made Gunther very dangerous was Imperium. But he didn't need Imperium. That was the difference. The only difference between the Bloodline and Roman Reigns' reign and then Gunther's reign with the belt when he had Imperium is he didn't need Imperium. Imperium, he told Imperium not to interfere in the match. Even if other people got involved with the match, Gunther was still trying to stand on his own too to prove that he was a real champion, and that he is. You know what I'm saying? But for some reason, Gunther has had issues with smaller guys. It's never the big guys he had problems with. It's always the small guys who he has had issues with and who he has had some losses to. Now, I'm not saying that Sami Zayn is a small guy because he's not a small guy, but he's an average guy. You know what I'm saying? He's not extremely tall. He's not like the most muscular. He's an average built guy. If you saw Sammy at the grocery store, you know what I'm saying, you would probably think he was begging for change. You know what I'm saying? But Sami Zayn.
He worked there.
He worked there. Yeah, he worked there. He the manager or something. You know what I'm saying? He the assistant manager. They always go on his breaks and smoke weed outside. You know what I'm saying? Hit the bait. Yeah. So, but other than that, what's his name? Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne beat Gunther. You know what I'm saying? When Gunther was the UK champion, and Gunther was a terror. Mm-hmm. He was a UK champion. Like, people feared Gunther, bro. Like they did not want to get in the ring. And this Gunther is great. They fear this Gunther too. But that big Gunther,
yes.
big fat Gunther,
yes. Even Dragunov beat Gunther.
Dragunov too. Dragunov, yeah, he's a smaller guy. So the really squirrely, smaller guys, he has a problem with it. Jay is very squirrely. Mm-hmm. Jay ain't the biggest guy, but Jay is very squirrely. You know what I'm saying? Squirrely meaning like they like to scrap, they like to fight, they're not afraid of nothing. They're not running away from a challenge. You know what I'm saying? Those types of guys that are consistent and persistent, those types of guys Gunther had trouble with. He had trouble with Chad Gable. Chad Gable was very squirrely. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, at that time, Chad Gable had the in and outs goings of Alpha Academy. So, you know, you could chalk that up to distractions if you want to. But, yeah, Gunther has problems with squirrely fighters, man. And so...
And I'm going to tell you why. It's because the guys have the ability to move fast, hit you fast, and get out the way. Get in there, hit you fast, get out the way. And you knew if Gunther get his hands on you, that's it. And I think that's the story when Gunther is like, if he get in the ring with a Drew McIntyre, who's pretty much the same size, it all boils down to whose stamina is going to run out fastest, whose wind is going to give out the fastest. You get in the ring with somebody smaller than you, who's built on cardio, Gunther's going to lose every time unless he get his hands on
you. Yeah. Them chops is still lethal. Big bone, big back Gunther was chopping people they were chopping people in half. Mm-hmm. He was knocking the soul out their body. You know what I'm saying? Big back Gunther was Yeah. Your soul left your body when Gunther, Big Back Gunther hit you. But I'm excited to see this, fans. Let us know if you excited to see Jey Uso versus Gunther at WrestleMania. I think it's going to be a battle, man. And I think it's going to be probably match of the night. You know what I'm saying? In a lot of different ways. And I guarantee you that celebration after Jey Uso wins WrestleMania will be unlike any other that we have seen. I guarantee you that, Jack. Straight up.
Another little situation we got going on right now. Well, before we get to that, let's talk about Elimination Chamber. Coming up this Saturday on the Peacock is the next PLE. We got some predictions that we need to figure out, ladies and gentlemen, because we need to figure out who is going to be the number one contender to compete against Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania, and who is going to be the number one contender to compete against Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania.
So who do we have in these chambers, man?
I don't even know who's we got John Cena, who just walked up and said, I'm in the chamber. Didn't qualify, didn't fight nobody, didn't scratch nobody, didn't even tickle an Elmo. And just walked up and said, I'm in the chamber, damn it. I've given enough loyalty to this company to say, damn, I'm going to be in the chamber. You ain't did nothing. You got a role on a movie in Hollywood, and you said goodbye. I holler at you. I see you when I see you. And when the money ran dry, you brought your little raggedy ass back and said, I'm here. I've been loyal to you guys for X amount of years, and you ain't been here in 10 years. Stop it. I'm on my LP rant of the night. You ain't did nothing. You Blue, who you think you is? DJ Clue? Huh? You won't do nothing. You ain't did nothing. You ain't nothing. You ain't nobody.
Oh, man.
John Cena. So we got John Cena. We got CM Punk in the chamber. We got Seth Rollins. Is Seth Rollins in the chamber?
Seth Rollins. Yep.
Logan Paul. And then we have two other Yahoos. Who's the other two? Damian Priest.
Damian Priest.
And is it Drew McIntyre?
Drew McIntyre. Yep.
Yeah. So there we go.
John Cena, CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, Logan Paul,
Seth Rollins and Damian Priest.
Seth Rollins and Damian Priest. And I've heard that Damian Priest got hurt or something. So they might be replacing him. I heard. I don't know. I don't know how true that is. But, I mean, that's a hell of a card right there for Chamber, man. And who you got coming out of Chamber as winner?
It better not be John Cena. I don't give a damn who else it is. It better not be John Cena.
It's going to be John Cena.
It better not be. John Cena has a match with me at Mania. Damn it. I'm calling. If he can shoot his shot, I'm shooting my shot. John Cena versus Roosevelt at WrestleMania opening match. That's calling it. That's where I'm putting it down.
Or you could face him in the parking lot when he get out. You know, either one.
I don't fight for free. I need to get paid.
I need to get paid for that.
But honestly, any of these guys could win because none of it's going to make sense with Cody Rhodes.
I think that, okay, so we being realistic. I think that Drew versus Cody will be good. I don't know how the fans feel about that. But I think that Drew versus Cody would make sense because Drew will pull some very vile things out of Cody and really kind of force him to go on a darker path. You know what I'm saying? CM Punk versus Cody, maybe. Seth Rollins versus Cody definitely makes sense. I mean, they put on, the Mania after they fought. I can't remember what Mania that was, but that's when we started the show. And Cody had that on Backlash. He had that black titty. that whole his bicep was torn. Yeah, but yeah, man, I think that out of all those competitors, I really see Seth Rollins or Drew McIntyre against Cody to bring something out of Cody. Now, where will they go? They might go CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes. I guess on the marquee that would be the bigger match to rival Jey Uso versus Gunther. That's the only one that really makes sense. And then John Cena, I don't see where John Cena really fits. He don't fit to me. If you're going to do John Cena, then and The Rock is there. Why not do John Cena versus The Rock?
Because nobody wants to see that again.
I mean, that's his last match.
Who
do you? I mean, this
essentially last Mania match. If we had to choose someone for John Cena's last Mania match
on the current roster, you would go CM Punk.
I would say Braun Breaker.
No, because it's going to be like when John Cena fought Solo Sikoa and Solo kept jabbing his ass. Like, you ever had Capri Sun and you tried to put the Capri Sun straw. You can't get it in the hole. You can't get it in the hole. He was jabbing the hell out of John Cena. It was like, I was like, damn, get that Capri Sun straw in, boy. He was jabbing him. And that's the last time we had saw John Cena. That was his last match up until now.
So again, why does it even make sense for him to even come back now? You got mollywopped last year.
Yeah.
You got your ass handed to you. Why does this make sense?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But I think that John Cena, even John Cena versus Logan Paul, that would be interesting to me. I think that would be a really good match.
Taking out the ones that we feel like would be the competitor for Cody Rhodes, taking out Seth Rollins, taking out Drew McIntyre, and taking out CM Punk. What would the other three have to do? What would be left for them to be able to do on the show? I mean, Logan and Paul would probably be in, if they did a Money in the Bank match, he would probably be in that, or in the big battle royal type thing. John Cena would probably just run his mouth at somebody else and try to get a match in some kind of way. Because let's remember, when he went to WrestleMania, he kept saying, I'm gonna get a match. I'm gonna be a part of WrestleMania somehow. And then he went out there and had that match with Undertaker. Undertaker slammed his ass and sent him back.
That match was garbage, and I hated every minute of it. And John Cena ain't do nothing but sell for the Undertaker, and I appreciate what he was trying to do, but that match was garbage. Let's be 100% honest. Right. That match was garbage, and it should have never happened. Right. But that's what I'm saying. Who do you think should take John Cena out on this Shield? And I think that either it should be a former foe, as in like a CM Punk, or a Dwayne The Rock. Randy Orton.
Because they are the last two, besides Rey Mysterio, that are still there. They are the last two. Because you had Triple H and Undertaker take each other out with Shawn Michaels. Randy Orton and John Cena are the last two.
I don't know if I really want to see Randy Orton versus John Cena, man.
That would be the only thing that would make sense to me.
I don't know. I'm struggling with that. I
think if they did another end of an era match, it would have to be them two.
If you're doing the end of the era match with somebody that's current, we haven't seen Randy Orton in some time. I think that John Cena versus CM Punk would be the best match because you could put the gift of gab. both of the two gifted gabs against each other. Just the talking and promotion for that match will be great. And then
his ass up last time.
huh?
CM Punk ate his ass up last time.
Oh, well, John Cena ain't been John Cena since he was John Cena. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what happened after a while. He just became such a company guy, bro. But I don't know. That's a good one. Well, who do you think is winning this match?
Seth Rollins. I think it's Seth Rollins.
I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, I think it's Seth Rollins, mainly because there's no one else that's really getting in Cody's face right now. CM Punk says something to Logan Paul. Who the hell cares, right? Seth Rollins is the only one that's saying, you know what? I know I got Elimination Chamber this Saturday, but I'm in your face right now. I'm letting you know I'm coming for that you got on your shoulder at Mania. No one else is doing that. And it's too late to even do it.
Okay. Well, I hope that this match is as good as, I don't know. Elimination Chamber ain't really been good in years to me since they changed out the glass for plexiglass. And maybe the glass has always been plexiglass, but those first 2 or 3 Elimination Chamber matches, bro, were brutal.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm talking about the glass was real, like shattered, like real glass.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what I want. I don't want to see no real glass and nobody get hurt, but I do want a really good physical match where you don't know who's going to win, because everybody in this match is on level playing field. Everybody in this match is a freak athlete of some point. I mean, of some type in their own eras. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be interesting to see who really does it. I wouldn't even be mad at Logan Paul winning and facing Cody. That would be a good match. I think they would really put on. And I think that Logan Paul will really bring eyeballs to, well, not really, but I think that he would put on a really good, I think he would put on a really good match. Either Logan Paul needs to have that match with him, or he needs to have that match with AJ Styles at Mania.
Yeah. Maybe AJ Styles would be a good one.
AJ Styles and Logan Paul would be a phenomenal match.
It'd be very athletic. And then you got to look at the Elimination Chamber. You have the athleticism of Logan Paul and Seth Rollins. You have the physicality of Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre. And then you have the "Don't you hit me too hard" of John Cena and CM Punk. Everybody has their own little thing. You got the 2 old men with 2 athletic men, and 2 that just don't give a damn. They're gonna beat the hell out of you.
Right. And I want to see that, man. I want to see that. So Elimination Chamber.
John Cena ain't even been around, ain't shot a promo or nothing since Royal Rumble.
This is the first time I have seen John Cena pull the card, though, in public. He's like, look, I'm not qualifying for nothing. I'm not fighting nobody for nothing. I'm telling you, I'm in this match. Ain't nothing you can do about it. My years of being here is taking seniority. I'm going to be in this match. You just going to have to deal with it. I'm not taking no questions. Like, he really threw his weight around in that instance, man. And kudos to John Cena, man. Kudos to John Cena. Maybe we can get old thug life, thugonomics John Cena back for babies. Why not? You know what I'm saying? I mean, the thug life, thugonomics thing is what really got John Cena over. You know what I'm saying? And if he can take that whole concept and kind of make it 2025-ish, where you know, he can, I guess, be the cool, brash white dude, you know what I'm saying? The older guy. I don't know. we've seen The Rock take his character and morph it to the final boss, and we're going to talk about that in a little bit. So I think that John Cena absolutely could take that Thugonomics character and amp it up and make it more mature and something different that we've never seen before for his match at Mania. Or I think he's just going to go on his shield as, you know what I'm saying, old red, white, and blue John Cena and just, you know, just try to put on a decent show, I guess.
You know what? You know what John Cena we need?
Which one?
We need Joshua Torero.
Oh, that okay. Do you see what I'm saying?
That's what
Okay. So now that I think about it, if you don't know what he's talking about, he's talking about the Fast and the Furious movie where John Cena he played the character of Dominic Toretto's
brother.
And yeah, that version. That's you right. That's the John Cena.
If we get that, I can get behind that. I still want to kick his ass, but I can get behind that. You know what I'm saying? And in the very first introduction of Dom's brother, not the one that ended up, you know what I'm saying? You know what? We family. But
not the movie after that one, but when they first introduced him,
the very first one, where it's like, this motherfucker really gonna kill their ass.
Yeah. That's what I was talking about, and that will be the updated, upgraded version of the Thugonomics John Cena. Is that version of John Cena from the Fast and the Furious movie, where he was trying to destroy his brother Dominic Torero. Is it Torero? Yeah. You said it fast, like you said it fast, like you said it right. So I'm gonna just let you go with it. But yeah, who do you guys want to see face Cody at WrestleMania? Who do you think is going to take Elimination Chamber? I think it might be CM Punk, man. I think it's going to be CM Punk versus Cody. I think that's the way that they're going to ride that. It makes sense for them to do Seth Rollins versus Cody, or even Drew McIntyre versus Cody. Those would be good. And I think a lot of people are sleeping on the Damian Priest, but I don't think they're going to push Damian like that. I mean, it's a whole different type of show. You know what I'm saying? And I think this is where the big dogs got this. They stepping up and they eating, boy. You know what I'm saying? The big dogs are stepping up and they claiming they marking their territory and they eating right now. And all the beta dogs gonna have to wait, or they gonna have to step up and take on one of the alphas, and that's just how it is right now. It is a very. I know they saying that the locker room in WWE is great and everybody get along, but when I look at the land of talent that's there, it is a very dog-eat-dog world right now. And only the top dogs or the big dogs are the ones that's going to eat, and everybody else is going to be begging for scraps. And it's going to be interesting to see who steps up and tries to take on some of the alpha dogs, because I know we want to see new talent step up, man. And right now, it's just a whole lot of talent. And then now they got this crossover with TNA, and they bringing some of their talent over. And, you know, they just signed some huge NXT just signed some huge people, man, like, you know, Ricky Saints is the name that he's going by, but he was known as Ricky Starks in AEW. I love Ricky Starks. Call him my name. I love Ricky Saints. Just a great talent, you know what I'm saying? Very charismatic. He got the look, he got everything, and I think that when you look at him, he really embodies NXT. And I think that once if he does rise up in the ranks, I mean, even Ethan Page, man, Ethan Page is doing great down in NXT right now. And NXT has a really, really stacked roster right now, man. And I'm excited to see who comes up and who can be elevated.
You know what makes me want to punch Ricky Saints in his face? I don't even know the guy, but I just want to punch him in his face. You want to know what makes me want to punch him in his face?
What did he do to you? Oh, yeah, I love that.
You remember Roll Bounce?
Yeah.
Okay, you remember the little thing that the rival skate crew would do, and they would just skate off, and they were like, "Yo, what is that? What is that's my reaction every time he."
I love it.
What are you doing? Like if I was sitting in front of him and he cut a promo on me, and he just did that. What the hell are you doing? Are you taking a photo out?
You better find something to do yourself. You better find something. Yeah, I don't know.
Is this a photo out? Like,
you
are we on the Edge and Christian moment right now?
You're going to have to outpose him. That's it. That's the only way you're going to get out of that.
I'm not outposing a grown-ass man, Brian. No.
You're going to have to outpose Ricky Starks.
With a grown... No.
That's it. You're going to have to outpose him, man. That's it. You better start working on your model poses. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going for him. I'm going to kick him right in the face and I'm standing right on top of him.
Oh, man. You're going to kick him in the face and vogue over his body, huh? Okay. But I'm excited to see Ricky Starks, man. Shout out to Ricky Starks, man. Oh, Ricky Saints. I think he's going to make a splash in WWE, man.
And like you said, NXT has got a lot of great talent. You know, you got this big merger with TNA that's been doing very well for both companies. I'm glad to see it. It helps wrestling as a whole because it says, you know what, there's no more forbidden door, as everyone kept saying for a very long time. And it's a way for everyone to be able to eat, get their foot in some kind of way in different areas. Moose was just on NXT this past Tuesday. I did not get a chance to see the match, but I've seen some clips, and he went out there and showed off with Lexus King. Him and Moose had a really good match from what I saw. They're building up for Moose versus Obafemi, which is going to be amazing because Obafemi is that guy.
He is that guy.
Moose. You know what I'm saying? Like that right there has built up a lot of different things. And then like the women's division is tearing it up. The men's division has been tearing it up. Our favorite Javon Evans has been out there and getting busy. And like I said, Ethan Page has been out there and really getting crazy. One of the funniest clips and one of the coolest clips that I did see is Santino Marella returning to WWE and having a moment on NXT and the fans welcoming him in such a big way where you could tell he was still in character, but the emotion was coming over him. Like he was trying his hardest not to cry on TV and it's making it comedic, but you can tell that man was dropping some tears. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's so good to see when someone makes a return in any capacity and the fans welcome them in a big way. Another group that they welcomed so big was the Hardy Boys. Matt and Jeff Hardy came back to WWE, and they had a really good match on NXT, and the fans just kind of welcomed them. And it's good to see the old style Hardys, but still kind of incorporate the delete Brother Nero, Broken Hardy thing, and just mesh it all together and see those two guys still do it in a high capacity is what they're doing in it now. It's as if they just got started. It's like, Matt, watching the Hardy Boys from years ago. What do you think about the Hardy Boys coming back to NXT, bro?
I didn't think that I knew they were going to come back at some point, but I didn't think that they were going to welcome Jeff Hardy back the way that they have, just because the last time we saw Jeff Hardy, he walked out of his match. Just walked out of the company. Yeah. And I think that, since then, he's had a couple of interviews where, he talked about some of his displeasures with the company, man. And at that time he was battling, I'm going to say some personal things. He was battling some personal things at that time. And I think that Jeff Hardy, when he was here, man, he had a really solid run, man. It wasn't bad. He became Intercontinental Champion, and he was on like the main event card, multiple times. And they were pushing Jeff. So when he left, I think it was a shock to a lot of people. And then he ended up joining his brother in AEW, and they went down to AEW and won those tag championships and left from AEW. They were in the AEW for like I sneezed and a fart, and they were gone. You know what I'm saying? And then they popped over in TNA, and now they're on NXT. And I know that they're excited to be back on the WWE brand. I can't wait to see if Nick Nemeth is going to come back and be on NXT at some point. Because with Nick Nemeth or Dolph Ziggler was in NXT and he became NXT champion, he was hot as NXT champion.
Mm-hmm.
And I loved that Dolph Ziggler, and I thought that he had a great reinsurgence as a character on NXT. And he had these feuds with Braun Breaker that were just really, really good. And for some reason, WWE decided to let him go. So it's exciting to see some of the talent that were on WWE products that's on TNA now get to be able to be a part of the crossover where they're now coming into WWE or NXT and still have and to be honest with you, I think that NXT has that crowd, man, that's just like they love you. And they give you the love and the respect that you need. Not so much on main roster, because main roster is like when you go to those shows, it's like, all right, what have you done for me lately? Not unless you like are really loved. And I think that the Hardy Boys, if they came back on the main roster, they would get that reception. I'm not sure if Moose would have got that reception. A lot of people would be like, who is that? You know what I'm saying? Although Moose has been doing his thing for years, and we're still trying to get Moose on the show, so I ain't going to talk real about him. But, you know, but I think it's going to be a little bit harder now that he showed up on WWE TV. But I think that some of this talent from TNA has the opportunity and the ability to show that TNA is a great product and also show, you know, their worth and their value. And if WWE does pick them up, I think that'll be some really good signings. Shout out to Jordan Grace for coming on to full time with WWE, man. And I don't know who they got for that trade. I don't see that trade off. Jordan Grayson's huge if he was big TNA champion. But we'll see, because I think that some of the talent that's kind of been struggling on main roster or doesn't really have much to do right now will be really happy to go down to TNA and start fresh and build with that roster there and do some things there. We've seen some crossovers with some of the TNA and NXT individuals, but I think some people from main roster are going to end up coming down and doing some stuff too. I would absolutely love to see AJ Styles go back to TNA and do some stuff in TNA. I think that it would be great right now.
I would love to see R-Truth go over there.
R-Truth would be great there, but I think they would still put him in that comedic lane. And
but just for that, like, can you imagine a
Santino Marino and R-Truth together? Oh my God, that would be hilarious.
I'm spitting milk and everything. Like, that could be hilarious. I don't know if you guys saw the very recent SmackDown that happened this past Friday. R-Truth and who was his partner?
LA Knight.
They were in Louisiana. He said, Louisiana's own Louisiana Night. And he came out.
I was like, who? And he said, I'm not from Louisiana. He ain't from LA either. He's from Maryland. So, yeah.
It was R-Truth in LA Knight versus The Miz and Carmelo Hayes. And it was a point where R-Truth slammed Carmelo, and R-Truth went down and went to count the pin. And it was nobody even pinning Carmelo, and Carmelo kicked out anyway. And I thought it was really good.
Yeah.
And, another point where R-Truth was still thinking there was still Awesome Truth, and he went and tagged The Miz and got up on the apron, and it was just, you got to love R-Truth. We got to protect R-Truth at all costs. He is a national treasure, and we love him, and he's a Best Damn Nation alumni. So, shout out to R-Truth. Keep doing what you're doing, man. Let's
shout out for R-Truth. Yeah, I just posted that interview that you and G Money have with R-Truth on the Best Damn Wrestling pages. So you can go on Instagram and check that out. Check out that interview, and also on YouTube, you can check out that full interview, 22-minute interview with G Money and Roosevelt and R Truth. That was great. Um, I I would love to see. Um, I would love to see Santino Moreno. Gee, I'm mixing up his name. See Morello. I would love to see Santino and R Truth together, man. I think that would be great. And I think that a lot of people kind of look down on the comedic wrestlers, but those are the ones that we really remember, those times where they were comedic and funny. And I know, we go back to the time where Stone Cold was injured, and most of his best work was there on the microphone and just, doing some of the, just saying crazy stuff. And The Rock, we remember The Rock. A lot of people know The Rock as, this powerful motivator and all that. I remember The Rock as he was an asshole. And that's the Rock that we know and love. That we came here to Phoenix and said, do you know that Phoenix, Arizona is the number one place for methamphetamines, for people smoking meth and crack? And so he proceeded to call everybody in the arena crackheads. You know what I'm saying? Crackhead Marys. And he just made an appearance not too long ago where he was parading that crowd. But that's The Rock that a lot of people know and love, and not, and not the Moana. You know what I'm saying? They look at Moana Rock, and they look, I'm looking at, no, The Rock is not Moana. The Rock is. Yeah.
Last week he told the guy to shut up before he slapped the syphilis off his face.
Syphilis off his face. Well, you know how hard you got to slap somebody to slap the syphilis off their face. Boy, I was like, Jesus Christ, what's up with that?
Diabolical you got to be to even think about something like that. Slap the syphilis on syphilis.
Jeez, Louise, I
do have that. Don't they put my business out there?
Putting the business out there, but if if your business needs to be put out there, you can go and check out one of our partners, stdcheck.com. You know what I'm saying? You can check it from the privacy of your own home. If you got a burning or a tingling sensation and you don't like it, go to our partners, stdcheck.com, and get it checked out in the privacy of your own home. You know what I'm saying?
And if you need some multivitamins to help you with whatever you got going on, make sure you go to our partners, Nature Made. They got all the vitamins you may need. May not cure everything, but it'll help you give you the energy to take it behind to go and order the STD test from STD.com. That's right.
All right, there you go. Yeah, get your vitamins and get checked out. You know what I'm saying? But let's talk about The Rock real quick in this final boss character, man, because we just see him on SmackDown come and have a one-on-one interaction with Cody Rhodes, and we didn't really know what it was. And I think that The Rock having a dialogue with Cody is like, I'm proud of you. Your mama and my mama, they friends, and I want you right here, Cody, but I want to see you right up here with me. And he was like, the only thing that you have to do, I just want that. He's like, hold on, you want this title? You want this? No, I don't want the title. I want your soul.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, now, when he said that, it's like, you don't know where that's going to go. Is that going to accumulate into a match? Is that going to be like The Rock just dragging him around and making him do things that he doesn't want to and making Cody look like this ultimate villain? Are we going to see a soulless Cody where he's just going and terrorizing people and all the people that looked up to him or helped him out, he just turned his back on him, like the cold Cody that a lot of people are saying that he is. This is my takeaway from this. Maybe this is a hot take. I like the moment, and I like where the final boss character of The Rock is. When he said that, I'm looking at it like, maybe I'm a conspiracy theorist. This is just, I 100% believe somebody has said that to The Rock. I 100% believe that somebody said, and mind you, Vince McMahon did a storyline like this a couple of years back when he had people selling their soul and kissing his ass and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But when he said that, I was like, somebody said that to him. Somebody said that to him before. Just the way he delivered it, it felt cold. And I was like, man, somebody done said that to The Rock before. Am I wrong? Maybe. I hope I am. You know what I'm saying? But the way he presented it, I'm like, damn, somebody asked him that before. I can
But
get you anything.
we did have corporate rock before.
We had Cobra Rock before.
So we may be getting corporate Cody.
Yeah. That's what it's looking like. It's looking like
But
you're gonna have the corporate Cody, and then you might have the whole storyline between, how The Rock and Vince McMahon had their storyline. They might try to be going that way, but in a new age with The Rock and Cody.
My issue with it is where does that fit with the bloodline? Like Rock still has his attachments to the bloodline. You still talk about Roman Reigns, how you acknowledge him and you're proud of him and all these different things. How does a corporate Rock with a corporate Cody fix with a bloodline mentality?
I think that trumps the bloodline storyline. If they do it right, I think that the Cody and the final boss sell your soul to The Rock. I think that storyline can absolutely trump the bloodline storyline, even though the bloodline storyline been going on about 4 or 5 years. I 100% believe that if they do it right, then The Rock and corporate Cody can be gold.
All right, now question to you, and question to our viewers: do we forget this?
Yes, because because think about it. Right after that, The Rock was up here hugging and licking and holding and something with Cody afterwards, and he up here talking about how they are best friends and butt buddies, and they drink beer together, and they mamas and friends and all that. Now, yeah, you forget about all that because and I think that The Rock is The Rock, so he can switch back and people won't care. But the real Rock fan to me is like, dude, why did you go babyface so quick? Like, it felt like a corporate move, like he had to go babyface during that time. But you go from the ultimate heel to hating this dude to babyface, and now we best friends and brothers, to now you got to sell your soul to me. It's all over the place as far as the character is concerned. But it's The Rock, so you just let it you let it ride. You just strap yourself in and enjoy the ride.
Chairman of TKO, right?
Chairman of TKO, he run everything. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited to see where this character goes, man. I think that this whole evil Rock is going to be good for business, but like I say, it depends on how they write it and how they do it, and if they can have multiple strong storylines going on at the same time. It needs to be like the stories, like when you watch back in the day, my mom still watches God and Light and As the World Turns and all that, and you watching it, and they got like 5 different storylines going on that's jumping back and forth between each other, and all of them you paying attention to see what's going on next. That's how it needs to be. That's how it needs. Like you have to have multiple storylines going on at the same time that are just as strong as the others. You know what I'm saying? But the Bloodline storyline was so dominant that this next chapter with Cody Rhodes needs to it's still going to involve the Bloodline. Don't get me wrong. They can't do it without it. But I think that the storyline between The Rock and having corporate Cody is definitely going to put it in a new upper echelon if they do it right. Now, mind you, we have been very critical of how Cody has been depicted and treated, and even though he had some really good matches, He hasn't had much of the storylines that people cared about, and people hated this title run with Cody. Now he still got fans, but if his fans could be 100% honest, his title run with Cody has not been the greatest.
Yeah.
If you a Cody crybaby, and you are 100% honest with yourself, the whole Cody Rhodes championship run has been lackluster. And the only time he had some interesting parts is when the bloodline was involved at some points. Now you can debate with your mama. I'm telling the truth. If you a Cody crybaby, you know that hey, Cody ain't really been having the greatest matches. He had some great matches, but he hasn't had anything that I actually cared about. The only storyline that people really kind of cared about was the KO. And the only reason why I cared about the KO storyline is like KO don't put his life on the line for Cody a lot of times. And Cody left this man high and dry a lot of times. And then he left the dudes, the dudes that were helping him to go fight alongside the enemy that's been beating your best friend down for years. Like it didn't make any sense to me. I was siding with KO on that. Like Cody, you a snake, bro. And you a snake. I've been helping you get. I've been getting my butt beat by these dudes. This is like this. You got in the fight with some ops. I'm helping you fight the ops. I've been getting my ass whooped for the whole year fighting these ops. And all of a sudden, I'm on the side of your ops. Right? And I'm helping them fight. And you like, hold up. Where is your loyalty lie? You know what I'm saying? I only said the ops because that's how the younger generation identify enemies. But yeah, like you got some dudes you got beef with, and all of a sudden I just start helping them. And it's like, hold on, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? These dudes been beating you down for a year, 2 years. 2 years. Kevin Owens has been getting beat up by the bloodline. 2 years. And your homeboy go and help them fight some other dudes? Like, that don't make sense. I was with KO on that. Make it make sense.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But yeah, shout out to Final Boss Rock, man. I mean, he's just a different level, bro. He come in and just drop all kind of cuss words and F-bombs. Don't care nothing about being on TV. He don't care about no kind of television etiquette. He's like,
my dog said, look, I got the money for it. I'll pay.
I got the money for it. Believe it. What they gonna do? Cut TV feed? You crazy?
Right.
Yeah.
They on Netflix, Jack. I say whatever I want.
I say whatever I want.
Oh.
Yeah. And then watch Love Is Blind afterwards.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And speaking of The Rock, when you think about The Rock, you think about legends, right? And WWE has this new show on A&E called WWE LFG, and which stands for Legends and Future
Greats.
Yeah, Future Greats, which is a dumb title.
I think it's really stand for Let's Effing Go.
Yeah, it really does. And
I think that they just put that because it just, but it feels like Let's Effing Go.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? And they say it in the promo, in the advertisement, but then whatever. But it's a really good show, and it's definitely for any talent out there that's looking to find out what WWE is looking for in terms of the getting to the next level. You should definitely check out the show. I have not had the opportunity to see a full episode, but I've seen some clips. You definitely got a couple of guys up there who has an ego for no reason at all, because no one knows who the hell you are, and they're up there running their mouth in the most worst way. It's not like you're saying something and the coaches are like, you know what? He's running his mouth, but I like the guy because of the content of which he's running his mouth. You got guys that just running their mouth thinking that they're bigger than the coaches, or they're bigger than the industry, and they really aren't. And you're fighting really hard to be able to say, for someone to say you are the very next best thing, and some guys are just running their mouth. But it's a really good show. It gives me tough enough vibes without the living in the house type thing, and everyone's trying to figure out who's who and what's what. So it gives me a better idea of what WWE is looking for and how you can get to the next level. And you got Bubba Ray Dudley, you have Booker T, Mickey James, and The Undertaker as the top coaches. So for those who are out there in the wrestling world who's looking to become a WWE superstar, TNA superstar, or make it to the next level, make sure you check out WWE LFG on A&E. Check your local listings for times and days, and just go out there and make it happen. But
let me ask you a question, because you have trained newbies coming into the wrestling world, and I'm pretty sure that you've had your share of people who were arrogant or think they can do something, and you kind of had to chop them down to size, man. As a trainer, what's some things that piss you off about new people coming into the wrestling business?
Oh, definitely ones that come in thinking that they know every damn thing. Or the biggest thing for me, when you come train with me, the one thing that you have to do is humble yourself for whatever you've ever done. I don't give a damn if you was the biggest Marine in the entire world and you went in and you fought all kinds of tours and everything else. I have all respect for the military. I'm a veteran myself. But humble yourself when you get into a different aspect in a different world. And you come in thinking that your cardio is the best. Because when you get in the ring with me, I'm going to show you your cardio is not the best. And it takes me back to a time where we had some guys come for a tryout, and it was two military guys, and we had them going through the drills, and they were doing the squats, half-assed. And I was like, yo, y'all got to get lower than that. And, it was doing it, and then we stopped. And I looked at him, I said, look, I understand, I respect the fact that you guys were in the military. I said, but this shit here ain't nothing like you ever been in before. So, oh man, I was in Marines, I was in Paris. I've been in Paris Island too. Just right here ain't nothing like you ever been involved before. I don't give a damn what they ran you through in the military. This right here ain't nothing in comparison. And they didn't believe me, and I made them get in the middle of the ring. I said, well, you guys think your cardio's good? You think you're in top shape? And it was like, and he looked at me and said, yeah. All right, not a problem. Everybody else have a seat. And I made them run through an entire drill with me, and they lasted 5 minutes. 5 minutes, and one guy went outside and gave up his guts. The other one had to call someone to come pick him up. He had to call someone to come pick him up because his chest was pounding, and he couldn't even walk. And I looked at him. I said, "Y'all good? Because this is just a warm. This is how I warm up. You guys are dying thinking this is a full workout. This is how I warm up. Go ahead."
Now, when you say give up his goods, that means different things in different places of the
He
world.
was throwing up all over the place. He was early. He was calling Earl. Okay. He was calling Earl. All right.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest thing when you step in a wrestling ring. Humble yourself. Go in there with a mindset that you want to learn. If you really want to do this, you want to get all the knowledge that you can. You want to get all the abilities you can, and you want to be able to perform at a very high level. No matter what level you come in as, you want to have the mindset that you want to perform at a high level, because that's the goal. The goal is to get to the top of the mountain. The goal is to get signed to a major company, and that's how you do it. You come in with a humble mind and a humble heart, and you go in and say, you know what? I got my ass kicked today. I'll be here tomorrow. and that's what it takes. And that's what the coaches on LFG are trying to put in these guys and these women's heads. Like, you come in here, and it's okay to have the mindset that you want to be here, but don't have the mindset that you are already there. Because if you were, then why would your ass be here on the show?
Right.
So
Yeah.
that's my 2 cents on all of that.
Oh man, we'll see. We're gonna see more from Roosevelt, the trainer. We're gonna have our own version of LFG. You know what I'm saying? North Carolina version. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
got you.
absolutely.
I got you, man.
Thomas McClure, I
So that's
appreciate your
awesome.
comment. Thank you so much.
Yeah, man. Um, what else we got on the list, bro?
The only other thing that we have not talked about, and it's going to be a short conversation because I don't really foresee anyone really caring about it. And the only way to really make me care is you throw in somebody that you don't expect to win, and that's the women's elimination chamber match. You have Liv Morgan, Alexa Bliss, Bianca Belair, Bayley, Naomi, and Roxanne Perez. They are competing to be able
I
to come.
care about that. I think that's gonna be a great match.
Here's the thing: you have everyone is from NXT. Everyone that's in this match is from NXT. No one came in and was just strictly main roster. You know what I'm saying? So you have a full NXT alumni match happening right here. I think it has the ability to be a really good match. My only issue is, will they be good for a women's match, or will they be good for an Elimination Chamber match?
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah, I see what you mean.
the caliber of talent that we have in the men's match, are the women fighting an uphill battle because of the men's Elimination Chamber match? Because they're not really fighting an uphill battle because of past women's Elimination Chamber matches. You know what I'm saying? They're fighting against the amount of talent that we have in the men's match. But I want to know, is it going to be a really good match because it's a women's match, or is it because it's a women's Elimination Chamber match? You're on mute.
I think that the talent in that match is phenomenal, and I think that, to your point, all of them are former NXT women's competitors, but now they're on the main roster. And I think they are going to. I think those women have chemistry, and they're going to put together a really great match. I think that Roxanne Perez is going to show up and show out because she's been doing that consistently every time that she's out there. People underestimate her and how good that she actually is. So I'm excited to see what they do. I think Naomi is going to have a great showing. Bianca Belair is going to have a great showing. And we'll see how this match turns out. It might be match of the night. I mean, like I say, bro, the women have been killing it. Not as of lately, but the women have been killing it on a lot of pay-per-view matches.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I want to see what happens. I think it'll be a great match. I think a lot of people do care about it, but does it hold the same implications as the men's? I don't think so, because the men's match has a little bit more. Uh, it's a little bit more dire. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? It's like, this is my only way of getting a WrestleMania match. I don't have nothing else going on. I have to win this. And I'm up against someone who's on his retirement tour, somebody who feels like the world is out against him, and Drew McIntyre, somebody who's proven everything but still has a lot to prove in Seth Rollins. Um, and you have a guy who wants to be looked at as a real wrestler in Logan Paul. It's just a lot of people have a lot of stuff to prove in the men's elimination chamber match. It's to prove that they are the top one of the top guys, if not the top guy in the company. And can you compete with the legends that's in this match is crazy. You know what I'm saying? So for the men's match, I think it has a little bit more meaning to it. For the women's match, I think it has just as much meaning, but I think that the women are going to have to go over and beyond to prove that they can stand up with the men in this pay-per-view. Now, they've done it in every other pay-per-view, but this pay-per-view just feels a little bit different because, like I say, the men's does have that that restriction, that time restriction, that putting all my chips in this basket kind of feel. You know what I'm saying? And so the women are they're gonna perform, and I think that they're gonna have a great match. Will they outperform the men? We'll see. But I think that the Elimination Chamber should be great. It is going to be in Toronto. It's going to be awesome, man. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see it this Saturday. You want to do a watch along? We'll see if we can do a watch along. You know, man.
Yeah. Well, I'm wrestling Saturday. I'm wrestling Saturday, so I won't be able to do it.
You need to start streaming your matches, sir.
I do. I think I might stream it this Saturday. I'll see if I can make that happen. I got to get somebody to hold the camera or do something.
You got to get somebody to stream that.
Winning the women's Elimination Chamber.
I would want to see Bianca back at the top of the mountain. I think that she would be a great champion.
We've seen Bianca and Rhea too many times.
Not like this. I've been waiting for Bianca and Rhea. When the last time you seen Bianca and Rhea fight?
I can't tell you the last time, but I think we've seen it too many times. I want to see Bayley.
I don't want to see Bayley. I think that Bianca versus Rhea Ripley will be the best bang for your buck match.
Only issue with Bianca winning and facing Rhea is the whole Jade Cargill story. It's going to come out that one of them did it.
Well, I think that they were trying to say that
it's
Liv had done it
and Raquel, but Liv made a really good point. When have you ever seen me do something and not boast about it? You know what I'm saying? She's like, when have you seen me do something and not say, yeah, I did it, or when I did and talked about it? I got nothing to hide. If I did it, I did it. And all we saw was them walking from that area. You know what I'm saying? So I think they're going to try to put it off is Bianca did it. Everybody keeps trying to say it was Naomi. I think they're going to put it off as Bianca did it because you have the two superpowers. I mean, let's go back to Hogan and Ultimate Warrior. You know, Hogan and Macho Man. I think that's where they're going to go with this. Okay, we had Bianca and Jade Cargill. Who could be the more dominant, woman in terms of their stature? No one else is looking like them at all. You got Rhea Ripley, who's big, but she's not looking like them in a muscular way. Raquel Rodriguez used to. She no longer looks like that. And Naomi, she's still a dancer. In my opinion, she's still a dancer.
Disrespectful, sir.
Hey, it is what it is. If you stand Bianca, Jade, and Naomi, and you have all of them flex, who you looking at first?
That's objective. You might, so it depends on what you like. I don't know. I'm just saying. I think that the storyline could be good, but the only problem with the storyline is where I see it is Jade going to be ready to move into that new limelight where she's opposite of Bianca? Because during her whole run, Bianca, they've babied Jade,
yes,
a lot, to the point where they put him with Bianca, and Bianca was carrying the matches. Bianca was leading. Jade was in there, lost a lot of the time. She didn't know what was going on. So to be honest with you, I think that Jade, when she does come back, she needs to be able to stand on her own 2 feet and really hold it down in the wrestling ring. And she can do. She got the whole presentation. She can. She can be good on the microphone. We've seen what she was able to do in AEW, although they were just feeding her people to destroy. But when you have somebody who is actually a really good wrestler, who is actually a ring general like Bianca Belair, and I would give Bianca that ring general title because she's had a lot of opportunities where she was in the room, in the ring, and then had to call on the fly or try to figure out. And she's been lost before during matches. You know what I'm saying? So I think that Jade would have to come in and stand on her own 2 feet and really be the opposition that Bianca needs. And I think that if Jade is coming in with all her tools in hand and is taking on Bianca and they are looking like equals, bro, you have a certified feud on your hands that can be money.
Which
And
is
that can
why I
culminate.
don't see Bianca winning.
Yeah, and that can culminate. They're not going to do it at WrestleMania. If they do it for WrestleMania, I don't know. I don't know if it's going to have the steam that it needs. I think that you do something at WrestleMania. Maybe have Bianca and maybe you can have Bianca versus Rhea Ripley, and then Jade comes in and interferes in the match and causes Bianca to lose. And then they just have this feud, and then they going back and forth, and that feud culminates at either Money in the Bank if they still have Money in the Bank, or if you accumulate at SummerSlam, and you have to battle at SummerSlam, and that could be a really big match for SummerSlam. But Jade, she has to be ready, man, and I'm not sure if she's ready to like have a match of the night kind of scenario situation that she can have if they can perform really good. You know what I'm saying?
And love her to death, but she's another one where she's going to have to just humble herself and say, you know what, I need to go and learn some things, or I just need to close my mouth and just listen. And she could be great if she just does that.
I think that Jade 100% should have went down to NXT first before coming to main roster. I think
Yeah.
that she should have been in NXT and she should have been battling and training and having uh, boost that division. And so when she came to main roster, it would have been a huge hit. But I mean, they did it how they did it. And Jade is a star. And like I said, they put all the fixings behind it. But the only problem is, that fundamentals, like the fundamentals in the ring, like she gotta get it together. And I think that she can get it together. But they need her to be that breakout star, that breakout star. But since they put her in the tag team division with Bianca, Bianca has been carrying Jay in every match, and you can tell. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see how it pans out. But at some point they are going to do Jade Cargill versus Bianca Belair, and then hopefully that kind of polishes Jade up enough for her to have a battle with Rhea Ripley, which I think a lot of people really want to see.
Absolutely. Wow.
Oh man, it's been a hell of a show, man. We ain't talked wrestling in a while, you know what I'm saying? So we had to go ahead and get that on out, all our feels, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Oh man, but Best Damn Nature, thank you for rocking with your boys. We appreciate y'all each and every Wednesday or whenever you check out the podcast, man. We can't do anything without your support, so keep on supporting us. Keep on locking our stuff. Go on our website, www.thebestdamnwrestlingpodcast.com. I got to keep pausing because my son crying in between. Check out all of our social media pages, our Instagram, which a lot of people follow and they enjoy our content there. X, Twitter, all that jazz. Wherever you can look us up. Just check out the Best Damn Wrestling Podcast and look us up. And like I say, if you can't find our social media, just go to our website, www.bestdamnwrestlingpodcast.com, and check out what your boys got going on. You can check out some of our interviews, check out some of our sponsors that we have. Shout out to trip.com if you need. They have some really, really great deals going on right now at trip.com. We got Cigars International. I'm going to get Cigars International to give us some cigars, man. You know what I'm saying? So we can have some stogies on the show, and we can do some giveaways to people, some of y'all that smoke cigars and stuff like that. But we got a lot of great sponsors right now. We have 20 affiliate sponsors, and we love that they support your show, this show, and we love that you guys support them. So keep on doing what you're doing. Roosevelt, you know, we do this segment at the end of each and every show, my friend. It's called Find a Word. Got to give some motivation to the people, something to help them get through their week. So, Roosevelt, do you have a final word for the beautiful people?
Absolutely, and as you guys can see, and it's perfect timing. My good friend D Mac saying, "What's up? What's going on, D?" Perfect timing because it makes me think of him. It's not over. My final word for everyone is it's not over. I'm not going to tell too much of his story, but everyone out here has been through something to where you really felt like, you know what, that was it. This is it. I don't see myself coming back from this. I don't see myself recovering from this. I don't see any light behind this darkness that I'm experiencing right now. And you have to understand that even though you may be going through so much turmoil, you may be in a storm that you just don't know how to even shelter yourself from. It's not over. As long as you have some type of energy in your body, you can get through it. You just have to utilize that energy that you have. Don't let the energy die along with the storm that you're in, because it's not over. You can still keep going. You can still keep pushing. You can still make things happen. So get your ass up, because it ain't over. That's my final word for the best damn nation.
Oh, man, get your ass up because it ain't over. Yeah. That's what you say to your opponents once you knock them out. Hit them with PYT. Come on. Get your
ass up. You be like, oh, you can't get
it. Yeah. Oh, man. Beautiful people. When you were talking, I think when it came to me, I think I say something similar to what I'm about to say on a fortune cookie from Panda Express. Matter of fact, Panda Express has some really good fortune cookies. Shout out to Panda Express. You know what I'm saying? I don't eat out a lot, but when I do eat out and I want something quick, I'll grab Panda Express, and they'll usually have a little fortune cookie. And the fortune cookie will kind of speak to me sometimes in those moments. Now, this wasn't a direct quote from it, but it was similar to what it said. But it's you are one decision away from your happiness. You know, you're one decision away from your happiness. I cracked open the fortune cookie and it said something similar, and my wife was like, "What did it say?" I said, "You are one decision away from your happiness." And she was like, "And what are you going to do with it?" And I kissed her on the lips. And she was like, "That's the best decision you could have made."
Little machismo over here. Okay.
T-code. But everything that you do move affects other parts of your life. You know what I'm saying? So you can make a decision today that'll change something in the future for you. You can make a decision to work on something today that 2 years from now, you're going to be glad that you did, because it set you up for where you are now. So everything that we do, every goal that you make for yourself, you're only one decision away from achieving that success or achieving your goals. You know what I'm saying? Make one decision today to make something better in your life. If you want something better in your life, just make one decision towards the goal that you want to accomplish. You know what I'm saying? And that one decision, you're only one decision away from your happiness. You know what I'm saying? So make some good decisions. You know what I'm saying? While you're at it. That is a sporadic word from your boy, Ryan Renegade. Yeah, man. But you one decision away from your happiness, man. Only one. Man. Hold up. Somebody say you ducking and dodging them. Roosevelt, you still ducking me. Much love, fam. Oh, man. Who you ducking, Roosevelt?
Hey, listen. This is a match that if promoters aren't watching, if they're not going to book it, you don't like money. You don't like money and you don't like happiness. Book me and Thomas, and I guarantee we're going to sell out the arena. We're going to have fans talking about, can you bring these guys back? I first met him years ago. I actually went up to Pennsylvania and do some things with the Sanctuary. Really good dude, hell of a talent. Can't wait to get in the ring with him again. We got to make some things happen. We got to make some things shake. I'm not ducking. I'm reaching. I'm reaching for you. Okay, I got my hand out. It's my strong hand too. So let's do it. Let's make it happen, man. Absolutely. You on mute, goof.
He said you ducking me. You still ducking me.
I ain't ducking you. I'm just bobbing and weaving under them punches, them swings. That's all I'm doing.
Man.
Real quick, I got a show coming up this Saturday. In Lumberton, North Carolina, Ringwalls, Carolina presents Battle Zone. Me and 5 jabronis gonna go out there and beat each other up. Well, I'm gonna do most of the beating up, all 5 of them, beating all their ass. This Friday, I'm gonna be in Mount Airy, North Carolina, helping out with our fellow Best Damn Nation alumni, Drew Onyx. He's coming down from Canada to do a seminar and tryout. They're looking for some talent. I want to help him out with that. We got some really good talent that's going out there. Blade Brown is going. Maverick is going. Alex Evans is going. So I'm taking a whole crew out there to let them get their opportunity to go and be seen by an international coach, superstar, promoter, all those different things. So shout out to Drew on this seminar we got coming up. And on April 18th, ladies and gentlemen, I'm coming to Phoenix, Arizona. I'm going to hang out with your boy. You're going to see us both in the same place. You know what I'm saying? We're going to go out there and do a show. AWWA is having a show out there, and I'm excited to be able to see that. I will post a flyer for us. So if you're in the Phoenix, Arizona area, I'm going to post a flyer on our page, coming out and hang out with your boys from the Best Damn Crew. And watch me put boots and faces in a whole nother state and a whole nother company. It's going to be fun. I'm excited. You excited, Brian?
I'm excited, man. I told you I gotta show you all the local watering holes when you get here.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna eat as long as it ain't nothing crazy. And I don't eat crazy.
Oh no, we gonna eat crazy. I'm gonna find all the places that got the giant food menu. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
giant donuts and shit. Giant toasters.
I'm with it, man. Look, I'm gonna come back looking like Brian when I get back.
Just wide, no reason. Just wide.
Look.
Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah.
March 22nd, I got another title defense with SEC. It's going to be me and JAC, Jesse Alexander Carter. It's going to be a hell of a match. This guy just came back from Japan, doing a tour there. He's got another tour coming up really soon. Shout out to SOAR Championship Wrestling. They have their SOAR Mania going on this Saturday out there in Dallas, Texas. So shout out to all those guys. Another alumni, Dante Smiley, is going to be up there getting busy defending his international OIWA championship. A lot of different things happening, man. Working on this movie still. I can't wait for you guys to see this movie when we get done with it. I picked up a grown-ass man off the ground and yeeted his ass across the damn screen. Can't wait for y'all to see that. It's hilarious. I can't wait. Man, I grabbed him and I threw him like his lifeless body right across the screen. It's good, man. I can't wait for you guys to see that. And I'm also getting ready to go in production with another movie where I'm going to be playing Lex Luthor. That's gonna be good. That's gonna be good.
You playing Lex Luthor?
Don't worry about it. Lex Luthor. Yeah, Lex Luthor. I'm a bad guy, man.
All right. I can't tell you. I want to see them chops, boy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking we're going to do like a little backstory, an origin story for Lex Luthor. I don't think anybody's ever told an origin story for Lex Luthor. We always see everything based on Superman and around Superman, but we haven't gotten it deep into Lex Luthor. So,
you know what? I've always been kind of partial to the black Lex Luthor. You know what I'm saying? I always, and not because he was black, because he was just different. Like he was business, and I don't know the other Lex Luthors. I didn't like any of the movie Lex Luthors. None of Superman movie Lex Luthor, but the cartoon black Lex Luthor, I mess with the cartoon black Lex Luthor.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the cartoon black Lex Luthor.
Look, even the one that they just had on Superman and Lois. I didn't really resonate with that Lex Luthor. It was the wrong guy to be casted as Lex Luthor. His story just was different. I want to do a story where, shout out to the Soul Taker. No Souls Matter. Yo, we got to get you on the show really soon, bro. I'm gonna contact you right after the show. Soul Taker, that's the one that used to do the other gimmick that we can't say the word to. But he has a clip out there. He has a clip out there with cocaine.
Okay.
You're going to look up cocaine. The Soul Taker has a match out there, a clip of them.
Shout out to Soul Taker, man.
Absolutely. But I want to do an origin story where, and there it is, where the reason why Lex Luthor is upset with Superman is because he didn't save him he didn't save the love of his life. Everything's kind of built around the love of the life. Where maybe the yacht went to go sink and his wife dies, drowns, and Superman comes in after that. You know what I'm saying? He comes start saving people, and Lex Luthor's like, okay, well, you was this great, being, but you couldn't save my wife. You're out here saving other people. You don't deserve the powers that you have. So that's what the direction I want to go with it. We'll see what happens, man. It's going to be fun. I'm going to put my son in it. Maybe he'll play a young Lex Luthor going to school and get bullied or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll make it happen.
Let me ask you a question.
And we're going to make sure we get this man in the movie, too.
I got to be something. I got to be like a news editor, boss. Like, make me J. Jonah Jameson.
That would be good. I ain't gonna hold you. That would be good.
Give me J. Jonah Jameson. I talk shit to Peter Parker. I make Peter Parker cry.
You do know that's two different movies. That's two different.
What? J. Jonah Jameson was the editor in Spider-Man.
Yes,
I know Spider-Man and Superman are two different characters. I'm just saying, if there was a Spider-Man spin-off movie, I want to be J. Jonah Jameson.
Spider-Man is Marvel and Superman is DC.
Well, you put me as Kingpin though. If you're gonna be,
Kingpin is Marvel too, bro. Oh my.
Well, my question to you was, who do you think is a better villain, Kingpin or Lex Luthor? Both of them have similarities. I think the Kingpin was a little bit more vicious because he handled stuff with his hand. Well, Lex Luthor got dirty. He got his hands dirty a couple times. You know what I'm saying? But who do you think?
I would have to say Kingpin. Kingpin, because he ran the city. You know what I'm saying? With the Iron Fist. Lex Luthor, his mindset was just Superman.
No, Luke became president.
Yeah, to piss off Superman. he even said it in the cartoon. You think I would really lower myself to becoming president? You know how much I would lose by becoming president? I only did it to piss off Superman.
The fact that he did it to piss somebody off.
Kingpin was doing shit because he knew he had the muscle to do stuff. Lex Luthor was like, I got the money to do shit. And I'm going to do it to piss off Superman. Kingpin was like, I'm going to do it because I know I can do it. And can't nobody do nothing about it. I don't give a damn who you are. I don't give a damn what your mama and your daddy did. I don't care about how much money you got. I'm going to do it because can't nobody stop me. I don't care who you bring. You can bring Daredevil. Because you got to think, Lex Luthor only had issues with Superman. That was it. Out of the entire DC universe, it was just Superman. He stayed in Metropolis. He didn't go over to Gotham. He didn't go over to whatever city he came from with Green Lantern and the Flash. He didn't go to none of those other cities. Kingpin, he was in Hell's Kitchen. He was in New York. He was everywhere. He didn't give a damn where it was. He was like, yo, I'm running all this. Do something about it. He had problems with Daredevil. He had problems with Spider-Man. He had problems with other villains. So he was like, what you going to do about it? You're on mute.
Sorry about that. You know what just hit me, bro? I think that Lex Luthor is what Batman would have been if Bruce Wayne was just a regular billionaire, bro.
If Bruce Wayne didn't say, you killed my parents and I'm going to avenge them, and went to the route of, I'm getting revenge on everybody. It's the difference between avenge.
Yeah.
It's the difference between avenge and revenge. You know what I'm saying? He got all the money, he can get revenge and just do shit because he got all the money for it. That would have been Batman Lex Luthor. And then there's the Avenge where you got the Bruce Wayne Lex Luthor. You know what? A Lex Luthor Batman sounds kind of intriguing too, man. I ain't gonna hold you.
Man, you got to. Like, I would love to see Lex Luthor and Batman go up against each other on both fronts. You know what I'm saying? Because they both billionaires and they both got technology, and they both hate Spider-Man. Not Spider-Man, Superman sometimes. So yeah, they the same, pretty much the same character, but just Batman like to go to the hood and beat up niggas for some reason. I don't know. He just like to beat up, people for some reason. I don't know. But yeah, that's interesting, man. Look, we keep on talking about this, man. We got
we got to go. You got to go get the baby. Get some cookies and milk.
Yeah, Roosevelt gotta go get some cookies and milk, man. Shout out to everybody that's on there. Soul Taker, we gotta try to get you on the show, man. He put his real name up there, and even though I just threw it in I ain't gonna put that on there. He got the real word up there. I don't know who's going to appear, but we'll see. Shout out to you, man. Listen, man, it's a great show. Thank you, my brother, for keeping this thing going and bringing all these great guests that you have coming on. I know we got some more guests that we're going to try to get for the end of this year, man. And we got some shows that we're trying to put together, man. So please stay patient and just keep on supporting the boys at the Best Damn Wrestling Podcast. And we love you. We're going to show y'all love like we does. You know what I'm saying? Roosevelt, I'm going to have you in the show.
Well, before we end the show, really, really quick, I want you guys to also continue to support LP and all his endeavors that he got going on, all his shows and everything, all his productions, all his photography, and definitely support Chef with all the cooking that he does and send him all kinds of love his way. I'm not going to put his business out there, but give some good vibes and prayers and everything else. We love you, Chef. We got you, bro. We behind you.
Absolutely.
All right, let's end the show.
All right. Dynamite.
Beautiful people, Best Damn Nation, we won't hold you any longer. Even if you do want to stay, you ain't got to go home. You got to get the hell out of here. We will see you next week on the next Best Damn Wrestling Podcast. We bid you adieu.